What's the first thing that goes through your head when you think about building a new website? If you're like most business owners, you're probably thinking, okay, what's my domain name going to be? What's my logo going to look like? What images am I going to use on the website? What do I want to say? And what hosting company am I going to use? And if you're thinking that, then I'm here to tell you you need to hit that back button and think about yourself. Think about the three W's: why, what, and who. And I am going to explain to you what each of those mean with personal anecdotes, and I'm also going to share with you a website that we're building right now to explain it kind of like on a live website. And I have a document here where we're just gonna go quickly over the three W's. And W number one is why. So in other words, why do you want to build this website? Is it a new business? Is it a partnership? What is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to increase brand awareness? In other words, do you already have a business and you're just trying to get more clients? Is it a side hustle? Do you have a job and you just want to make some extra money? And within that, you need to think about, okay, well, once you have your website and it's up, it's doing well, you got all the clients, why? What's the point? So are you looking to gain freedom? Are you looking to gain more time with your family? Are you just wanting to make more money? Or are you the type of person that likes to be able to say, hey, I have a business, here's my website, it makes you feel good, confident? So, what is your why? And there's a book out there that was written by Simon Sinek, I believe it was. If you read this book, you will definitely find your why. And I cannot recommend it enough. So, let's get to my why now. I used to work in corporate America. And while I was working in corporate America, I realized I don't like to let others control my destiny. In other words, I worked for this company and they got bought out. And when they got bought out, there was about 500 people working in this building. And within a week, there were maybe like 50 something left. And in my department there were like 30 or so people and there was three of us left. Yes, I was one of them, so I felt good for myself. I felt bad for my friends and for everybody that got fired. And but yes, I definitely felt good on a personal level that this company valued the work that I was doing that much to keep me during this time. But at the same time, it made me think like they don't care about me. They don't give a damn about me. They just care about their bottom line and if I can get them to whatever their goals are. So I couldn't stand it. Just thinking, okay, well, the moment they don't need me, they're going to fire me because they don't care about me as a person. So I definitely decided that I needed to go on my own. And the other why that I have is that I like to travel. I like to visit my family in the Dominican Republic. And when I was working in corporate America, I would literally have to plan it out 6 months, 12 months ahead to get like a 2 week vacation. Whereas now I can, if you know there's not too much work going on and I don't have like a lot of local projects going on at the same time, I can literally plan it out within a week to 2 weeks and say, okay, I'm gonna take off for 2 weeks for a month. And so long as I have internet connection and my laptop, my company can continue rolling. Like the only downside is that I can't meet local clients on a personal level when I'm traveling, but I always set up meetings so everything happens as if I was here. The only difference is that I'm not gonna be able to go into your office to meet you. But that's my why. Figure out yours. And that leads us to the second W, which is what. And this is about what service are you going to provide or what product are you going to sell. When it comes to product, I'm not going to focus on that because if you're selling a product, you already know exactly what your product is. So I'm not going to talk about products, but I'm definitely going to talk about services. In other words, if you're a landscaping business, are you going to just mow lawns or are you going to trim trees as well? Are you going to take care of the trash, or are you going to leave it out on the side? What is the service that you're going to provide? And you can provide services within services, but you need to know what your main service is. What is the main purpose of your website? And in my case, it's we provide WordPress web design. And we do some Shopify as well, but Shopify is a smaller piece of our business. But we are a WordPress web design company. And we also provide local SEO to our clients, but we only work with local people. So in other words, the service that we provide, the main service that we provide is WordPress web design. And as an add-on, we can help increase your online visibility through local SEO. But our main service is web design. So what is your main service? And you definitely need to figure that out. And you can narrow it down as much as you want, or you can keep it somewhat broad. Like in my case, if you were to come to us and you wanted a Wix website, I'm not going to build a Wix website for you. Like I have a client from way back in the day that has a Wix website, so we still maintain it for him. But everybody else, we've basically weeded out, and we also don't deal with Squarespace. So there's a ton of platforms out there, but we focus on WordPress. In other words, we know the service that we are providing. You need to know the service that you're going to provide, which takes us to W number 3, which is who. Who is your client? Who is your ideal client? And when it comes to knowing your ideal client, it depends on obviously what service you're providing, where you're providing it, and how you want to go about it. In my case, my ideal client is small business owners, especially service-based businesses. In other words, if you were to come to me and you're a large company, and I get those from time to time, and medium-sized company, I'm not interested in working with you. In the past, I tried it and it worked out, like it wasn't too bad, but those are not my ideal clients. So I do not market to those people. I do not go after those people. And for the most part, if they come to me, I'm recommending them to work with another company. Why? Because I like making connections. In other words, if I'm working with a small business owner such as yourself, I can connect with you. I can understand the struggles that you're going through, that you've had, that you may be thinking about, because I've been there. I've gone through all those struggles. I was a startup. I was in the middle. I was struggling. Now I'm stable and we're doing good. We're growing and so on. So I can understand all of the different stages, and I can relate to you. And like if I want to know your goals and I want to see how our services can actually help you reach those goals. I want to see what is it that you want from a website. When it comes to corporate clients, it's more like you're dealing with a middleman. So you're talking to one person, but there may be 10, 20 other people giving opinions. In other words, there's like a disconnect that you cannot you cannot compare the two. Like the only way that I can put it is kind of like when I'm working with a small business owner, it's like I'm working with a friend of mine. And if I send you like the first draft, you look at it, we may set up a meeting and we make a decision right away. When it comes to corporate, it's like, okay, I send you the first draft, we have a meeting, we may have to have another meeting, and it may take you a month, 2 months just to make a decision. And that's just not the type of client that I want. And to be honest, we like just from one corporate client, I can make more than from 10, 20 local like small business owners, because obviously a corporate client, you could charge $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 for a website, whereas a small business, you cannot do that. But because I don't have that connection with the corporate world, I'm more focused on the small business owner. And in your case, you could narrow it down even more. So kind of like I I have some friends that also have a web design company, and one of them focuses on roofing contractors, and he's doing real well because he niched down. He's specific. If you're from any other industry, he literally sends them directly to me. He doesn't care how much money they're gonna pay. He doesn't care about anything. He's only working with roofers, roofing contractors. If you're like a pool guy or a painter, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to deal with you. He's like, hey, here's these guys. They do great work. You can contact Miguel. They're the company's unique web designer. Look at the reviews. That's who I'm gonna recommend. Same thing, me. Whenever I get a corporate client, I refer them to another company because that's just not my ideal client. And I never turn them down like, no, I'm not working with you. I just usually say, hey, I think this company is a better match for what you're looking for. And so do that for yourself. Like, figure out your who. Like, who is your ideal client? And then you can niche down based on sex, on age, on even city or neighborhood. It's up to you how far down you want to go. In my case, I decided small business owner, and I can work with, a plumber, a roofer, an electrician, no problem. So I'm not narrowing it down by like service type or category or anything like that, but I'm definitely narrowing it down by company size. So in your end, it's up to you what you want to narrow it down by, but definitely niche down and figure out what is your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? And now I'm going to show you the website that I mentioned before that we're creating for a client of ours. And I'm just gonna go through the three whys. So his why is the simplest why that I can think of, and it's amazing. So he owns a boat or several boats. He loves being out on the water. So he wants to basically connect his passion for boats and being out on the water with making money. Perfect match. That's a perfect why. Like, he's not doing it for, like, kind of like for freedom, for this, for that. No, he's just doing it to connect his passion with an income, with making money. So his why is perfect. Now, what? In other words, what is the service that he provides? And it's right here. It's as simple as this: luxury boat charters. And he does it in the base is Greenwich, but it's basically he goes out to New York, Connecticut, and the basically the North Coast and the East Coast, and they're also going to be starting here in Fort Lauderdale, in Miami area. So his what is the service that he's providing is just luxury boat charters. Like, he's not, like, if you're looking for, your 2 hour boat ride for $200, no, that's not, like, he's not even gonna give you the time of day. So in other words, his what is luxury boat charters. That's the service that he's providing, and he doesn't go below that at all. And then the who is the way he put it to me. His who, like, his ideal client, is someone that's 40 and above. And the reason why that is for him is because throughout the years he's noticed that pretty much anybody that's willing to spend thousands and thousands of dollars for 3 to 4 hours on a yacht, on a luxury yacht, is most likely going to be in their 40s. They're gonna have a family, and they may be like a business owner or whatnot. But his like, the way he narrowed it down is by age. Like, he doesn't, like, if he's to do Facebook ads and so on, he's not going to choose anybody under 40. Now, he may get a client that's under 40, but he knows that's gonna be the exception. Most everybody's gonna be like 40 and above. So that's his why, what, and who. In your case, figure out what your why is. Why are you wanting to create this website? What service are you going to provide? And who is your ideal client? And that's it for this video. I hope you guys found it useful, and if you did, definitely like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. This channel is very young, so every little bit helps. I really appreciate it if you guys did that for me. And as I always say, I love you guys, and unique is